Now we will go over example 2, in which we are using a special process to divide polynomials. This process is called synthetic division, and synthetic is a word for a simpler way. So please don't think it's harder, it's actually simpler. So in this case, we are dividing this polynomial by x minus 3. So it cannot be used for dividing just any two polynomials. The polynomial that you're dividing by has to be of the form x minus a. So um, notice that the leading coefficient is 1, so that x doesn't have any number there. Well, there is one number, but we know it's 1. And also the a is a 0 of that divisor, meaning that a is the number that makes that binomial 0. So that is always the number you start with. So in this particular case, we got, since x minus 3 has 0, 3, meaning 3 minus 3 equals 0, then you will write that number 3 instead of writing minus 3. So you always need to switch the sign, basically. And you will bring down all the coefficients: 2, -7, 0, -4. Notice we needed 1, 0 because there is no degree 1. And we have to have all the degrees: 3, 2, 1, 0. So you will fill out with zeros those degrees or terms for which you don't have a degree. -4, and then you start like following this process. So notice that's how you start: 3 and then all the coefficients. But then you bring down this first coefficient and you start multiplying. So 3 times 2, that equals 6. And then you combine those two: -2 plus 6 equals -1. And you continue doing 3 times -1. And the answer is -3. And then -3 plus 0, -3. So you always add the numbers in the column. But the numbers you get here on the second row are the multiplication of these 3 times the answer that you got before, right? So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times -1 is -3, 3 times -3 is -9, and so on and so forth. Last number that you get is always the remainder, okay? And these three numbers in blue, 2, -1, -3, are the coefficients of your quotient. The only thing you need to notice is that at the beginning you had a cubic polynomial, so it's a degree 3 polynomial. So when you divide by a polynomial of degree 3 by a polynomial of degree 1, you know that the degree is going to be 3 minus 1. So it's going to be 1 less. So that's why you start putting those x to the second power, no x to the third, because again, it's 1 less than the exponent you started with. And then from then on, they are like going down: exponent 2, exponent 1, exponent 0. So your answer now, you can write it like we did before, as the dividend plus the remainder over the divisor. Or you can say that your dividend times the divisor times the quotient, sorry, minus 13, that equals your dividend. Okay, so once again, I'm going to ask you to please stop the video, try this one in your notebook, give it a couple of minutes, and then after you tried, please check your answer. Okay, so stop the video, don't look at the answer. Only when you finish trying, you're gonna check your answer. So in 1, 2, 3, go. So see if you get that answer and be ready to get to class or ESS with questions. So I think that's gonna be for right now. That's gonna be it.